Good morning, good afternoon, Mr. X's class. We're here to talk about the word concurrent. Can everybody say concurrent?
Concurrent.
Concurrent. So the stress, the strong syllable is on this part. Concurrent, and it has two R's. Notice the two R's in the spelling. And stress on this syllable, concurrent. It means existing or happening at the same time. So it's talking about two events or two things that happen. Two or more, but often it's two. And it's really, if you know the word simultaneous, simultáneo, it's a synonym for that. It means happening at the same time. So it's actually a pretty simple definition, if you understand it. Happening at the same time, that's what it means. Not too difficult. Just one definition. So in Spanish it says concurrente. I don't know if you know that word, but simultáneo, simultaneous.
I think it's better. Yeah.
And you think simultáneo is better?
For me, concurrent is like a lot of people at the same time, like an event. Like when it's a huge event.
Eso es concurrencia.
Yeah, concurrente.
That's different.
Oh, okay. That's
Yeah, I was
different.
confused. Yeah, I was
Oh,
confused.
okay.
about-
Yeah, it's an adjective.
Mhm.
It doesn't have anything to do with competition.
No.
Nothing like that. Not necessarily a big event. Just two events or two things that happen at the same time. So, word families, concurrently. Who knows what that part of speech is?
Adverb.
Adverb. And again, there are exceptions to that rule,
Mhm.
but most of the time, if you see a word with "ly" and you guess, it's almost always an adverb. Yeah, like there are a few words like friendly is not an adverb, friendly is an adjective. So there are exceptions, but pretty much all of our word families are, word families on our vocabulary are going to be adverbs. So concurrently means happening. So concurrent, existing, or happening at the same time, that describes a noun. If you want to describe an action, two actions, the two actions happened concurrently. So I walked and ate my sandwich. Those are actions concurrently. You use that adverb form. Where you use the adjective for just saying the two events. So, for example, right now we have two primary election series of primary election seasons in different states that are happening at the same time. It's plural though, right? More than one state. But we should say, okay, this year people are paying attention to both the Republican primary elections and the concurrent Democratic primaries. Because both elections are happening at the same time. Most of the time when there is in many states, when there's a Democratic primary, there's a Republican primary on the same day for that state. So those are concurrent primaries. Two different primaries for different parties, but they're at the same time. They're concurrent. We could say Mr. Stanton's English 4 and Mr. Kinney's English 2 are concurrent classes. His English 2 with his youth is at the same time as right now. So, and over here talking about literature, concurrent literary movements can influence each other. So literary movement is like if there are a bunch of writers who write similar books at the same time. Sometimes writers, they actually know each other, they get together and they say, we're going to have a literary movement and we're all going to write this kind of book. And we even say what kind of book they're going to write. Like romantic, they call romantic writing, and not like romance novels, but it was in the 200 years ago. Yeah, 250 years ago. There was the literary movement, Romanticism, which was like, they admired nature a lot. So that was a group of people all together. But at the same time, you can have other movements at the same time, and they influence each other. So different groups of writers, basically, in different parts of the world, maybe, or who have different opinions, but they can influence each other. If they're happening at the same time, they can influence each other. That's what the sentence is saying. Okay, and synonyms, simultaneous. As we said, simultáneo. And then also, the word contemporary contemporary is one of your vocab words. I'm not sure if you saw it yet this year or not. But it's basically, one of the meanings of contemporary is synonym for this. Although it has some other meanings too. And contemporaneous is another way to say contemporary. So both of those can be, with one of their meanings, they can be synonyms for concurrent or simultaneous. So who has questions about concurrent? All right, thank you, and thanks a lot for filming.